All right, what do you have here, McLovin?
Okay, so Jalen Ramsey did this interview with GQ. I'll give you some of the trash talk he said about Josh Allen, the Bills rookie. I think Allen is trash. I don't care what nobody say. He's trash, and it's going to show too. That's a stupid draft pick to me.
How's he know he's trash?
I'm not. Oh, he said he played at Wyoming. Every time they played a big school, like they played Iowa State, which is not a big school in my opinion, because I went to Florida State, and he threw 5 interceptions, and they lost by a couple touchdowns or something like that.
Okay.
So he says he can't wait to play him this year.
Okay.
Joe Flacco, he said that the Ravens were smart to pick Lamar Jackson and he should play. He said, Flacco sucks. I played him 2 years in a row. He sucks.
Okay. Got one of the better playoff records of modern day quarterbacks, and he won a Super Bowl. At least he was the quarterback for a team that won the Super Bowl. Okay.
One more good one. I think Matt Ryan's overrated. You can't tell me you win the MVP 2 years ago and then last year you're a complete bust and you still got Julio Jones. There's no way that should happen. I don't care. You know what that tells me? That tells me Kyle Shanahan left, went to San Francisco, got Jimmy Garoppolo, made Garoppolo this big thing, and now Garoppolo is a big name, and Ryan is bad. All right, well, was it really you or was it your coach?
Okay.
Oh, a system argument. I like it.
Yeah, system quarterback. Yeah, Paul.
I'm reading the interview, and the GQ interviewer has a great question. Who are the quarterbacks, in your opinion, who don't suck? And then he goes on to say Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Tyrod Taylor, blah, 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 blah. But good question.
Tyrod Taylor?
Yeah, he says Tyrod Taylor is actually a better quarterback than he gets credit for because he doesn't.
Well, that doesn't mean he's a good quarterback. He just doesn't get enough credit for being a decent quarterback. I love me some Tyrod Taylor, but I wouldn't throw him in there with Brady and Rodgers.
He also said Deshaun Watson will be the league MVP. And
what did he say about Cam Newton? Have anything to say about it? What did he say about Blake Bortles, his own quarterback?
He said Jared Goff is average to above average.
Okay. What's he say about Blake Bortles?
He says, Blake, do what he got to do. I think in crunch time moments like last year's playoff game.
Wait, what does he do what he got to do?
He do what he got to do, Dan.
It is what it is, Dan.
Okay.
Not as
be what it be.
He says, I think as an organization, we should have trusted him more to keep throwing it. We kind of got complacent and conservative. I think that's why we lost. We started running it on first and second down.
I would love to hear what he has to say when Blake Bortles is no longer the quarterback at Jacksonville. When somebody asks him that question, then you get the real answer there. Yes, McLovin.
But don't all cornerbacks have this sort of edgy, cocky talk like Richard Sherman, Josh Norman? They all sort of throw people under the bus and do this kind of thing. I think they're hyping themselves up to play an impossible position.
But do you think that they do this to get some kind of recognition, and they realize that receivers have done this? They've acted like divas, that cornerbacks are just trying to act like a diva on the defensive side of the ball. It used to be your linebacker or maybe an edge rusher was the guy who, had all the quotes here. Now you have, this goes back to Dion. Although Revis wasn't that guy. He wasn't a trash-talking guy. But remember Richard Sherman? He calls out Tom Brady.
You mad, bro?
You mad, bro? Like, that's when Richard Sherman and the Seahawks emerged on the scene, and you're like, whoa. You just, and it feels like, people are following a playbook here of how do I become relevant? How do I become more of a star? Josh Norman did this as well. Yes, he.
But it's like you said, if a cornerback is doing their job well, you never see them. So, like, this is the only way for you to be seen like, yeah, you're damn right, I'm the baddest man on the field. You have to say those things in order to get any type of attention, because if you are actually the baddest man on the field, nobody ever gets to watch you.
Yes, McLovin.
Our friend Joe Flint of the Wall Street Journal just texted us, did Darryl Green or Champ Bailey ever talk trash?
They did not.
But that was a different era, maybe.
Yeah, it was. Darryl Green's one of the nicest people that I've ever met, let alone athletes. He was if you could be a polite defensive back, a polite corner, fastest man in the game, Champ Bailey was he's a professional. I should say that they were professionals, that they respected you and you respected them. And I'm talking about receivers, quarterbacks. They respected those players. Yes, McLovin.
I agree with everything you guys are saying, but is there also a chance of trying to get in quarterbacks' heads, get a competitive advantage? Hey, this guy's going to come up against me, and he's going to be thinking that I think he's trash.
Wait, do you think Joe Flacco is really going to go to the line of scrimmage going, screw the playbook. I'm going after Jalen Ramsey.
But I think Josh Allen, who's a rookie, it is by nature, rookies are a little insecure. He's going to be like, oh, man, this guy thinks I stink. And then he's going to go out there. It's going to be in his head.
There are a lot of guys who probably said publicly they questioned Josh Allen going that high to the Buffalo Bills.
But look at Blake Bortles. I feel like his confidence was shook by everybody questioning him. I mean, I think like maybe they're trying to get in these QB's head. Not that it's easy to do, but.
Well, let's put it this way. If Jalen Ramsey doesn't have these opinions, then GQ's not doing an article on Jalen Ramsey. Now, mission accomplished. They got somebody who's going to quote something in their magazine, and Jalen Ramsey got national publicity. That's what you're looking for. That's the game plan. Mission accomplished there. And Jalen Ramsey, there'll be a window here, just like there was for Richard Sherman. Remember Richard Sherman? Bad dude. Now, all of a sudden, Richard Sherman, all right, wonder what he's going to do when his football career is over. Now, you don't look at him the same way. You have that 5-year window at those positions where you can do all the talking you want, you can taunt, you can be the man. But then all of a sudden, you're going to slow down, defense not as formidable, get nicked up. Maybe you run into a quarterback who picks on you a little bit. It'll happen. It happens to every single one of them. Well, 99% of them. But that'll happen with Jalen Ramsey. They better be great this year. Yeah, they better be. You know, you're a couple plays from going to the Super Bowl. All right. You're sort of in that same position with the Minnesota Vikings. You better be good. Yeah, McLovin.
You know what? The Rams have an interesting pair in Aqib Talib and Marcus Peters.
Yep. They talk too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
but they're both all pros too. They're both amazingly good.
Can be really good for you. It can be really bad for you.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.